Hey everyone, this is Mr. Begley from Bridal Elementary School, and today I'm going to bring you another math lesson. Obviously we're not outside today, we're in my kitchen, and this lesson deals with pure substances and mixtures. It's lesson 4 in your science book. So we're going to look at some of the vocabulary words from this lesson first, and then we're going to move into a few demonstrations after that. So if you look around, over here, we have one of your vocabulary words, the word atom. An atom is the smallest unit of an element that maintains the properties of that element. Next, we have the word element. An element is made up of more than one of the same kind of atom. Next, we have a compound. And a compound is made up of different kinds of atoms, and the key here is that they're chemically combined. And then finally, what we're really going to focus on today is mixtures. And a mixture, these contain a variety of elements and compounds that are not chemically combined. See, we're not chemically combined. So if you take a look at our counter here, I have several different types of mixtures. Here, I just have some random items that I found around the house and in the garage. I have some BBs here. I have some different types of nails. I have a lead sinker that's used for fishing. I even have a chopstick here. And what we can do is we can take a look at these items and we can see, based on their chemical or based on their physical properties, if they are attracted to a magnet or not. So if I take this magnet and I run it past this collection of items, I can see that several items are attracted to the magnet. All right. We see certain things, and you probably knew this already, like the chopstick, which is made of wood, is not attracted to the magnet. All right. We could also take a look and we could separate a mixture based on density. Okay. So I have some items here that I found in and around the driveway. You might be able to recognize some of these. I have some wood chips and some stones. So if I place these items in the water that I have here, those items that are less dense in water are going to float. Those items that are more dense than water are going to sink. So let's see. And there we go. We can see that the wood chips are less dense than water, therefore they floated, and the stones are more dense than water, therefore they sank. All right, and then our final demonstration for today is we are going to make a mixture here of two things. We have some sand and we have some salt. All right, if I mix them together and mix them up, how do you think I would go about separating that mixture? Now, I've had students in the past tell me that they would lay all this out on to the table and then they would separate each grain. All right, that doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the physical properties of one of these ingredients, and that's going to be the salt. And salt is soluble or dissolves in water. So I'm going to add some water to our mixture here. I'm going to mix it up really good. And what will happen here is the salt will dissolve in the water and the sand will not. So after I mix this up for several seconds, okay, once we get the salt dissolved in the water, we can go ahead and pour it through this coffee filter. The coffee filter will catch the sand, which will settle out, but it will allow the salt water to pass through. We won't do too much because eventually the coffee filter will tear if we keep pouring the water through it. And all we want to do is collect, and we can see down here that we're collecting some of that salt water. Now, if we wanted to prove that the salt water dissolves, I know that you're thinking we could go ahead and taste it, but we never taste things in science. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and boil off the water. What will happen is the water will evaporate and the sand will be left behind. All right, that's going to take a few minutes, so why don't you come on back when we're ready. Now that we're back, we see our water is boiling, and what will eventually happen is we'll see all of the water boil off, and you see there's steam right now, and what we'll be left with is just the salt. Let's just give it a couple, might take about a minute or two here. Experiment in class, we have burners where you would have been able to boil off the water just like I'm doing, and you would have been left with the salt residue that's going to be left over. We can actually see some of it starting to show up on the side of the pan there. All right, we're almost there, and I don't want to ruin my pan either. But we'll see. Get down a little bit closer. Yeah, definitely can see it now. All right, so And we can see what's left over there is really just the salt. We have a little bit of water left, but we can see that we boiled off most of the water, and we're just left with our salt. Okay, so we're able to separate that mixture using solubility, and the salt was able to dissolve in the water, and we separated the sand from that with the coffee filter, and then finally separated the water from the sand by boiling the water, all using physical properties. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. I'll see you again next week. Bye.